Hello, and welcome to Casting Roles, a bunch of theater nerds and good friends playing a little D&D. We're so happy that you joined us. Take a moment to subscribe to the show. It takes just a click and gains our unending thanks. Drop us a like and leave a comment for Campaign 2. Our videos are uploaded here on YouTube every Friday, and we have tons of great content to explore. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start the show. Back, Star Striders. So last time you all found yourselves in Worlds of Desire. Lucky was the leader of a new church. Ravik was fully embracing the power, freedom, and privilege of being a Lord of the Waves. Bonnie was living a peaceful life as a normal NPC, and Kieran was reigning Battlemaster of the unknown universe. In all this, Andalus, whose desires are clouded by indecision and being two-souled, realized all were paying the debt to the witch Thalandra, the heart of paying the debt to the witch Thalandra, the heart and dagger in her massive manor. Discovering your ability to interact with the bubble dimensions, Andalus headed into Lucky's, where the habit and mitre weighed heavily on the new pope and appeared to Lucky as an angel. In an attempt to regain control of the dream, Eros and Nemesis found themselves...
Title?
Sure.
No.
I did lowercase
your
it.
Your title is HBIC.
HBIC,
Head
yep.
bitch in charge.
Could I have been like the bad pope or whatever?
Yes, you could be the anti-pope.
Oh, God.
In an attempt to regain control of the dream, Eros and Nemesis found themselves playing Vigil and Ravik, respectively, and this jolt was enough to launch Lucky from the dream with Vigil in the real world's help after a brief recollection of a more peaceful time with him, and found himself clutched in Vigil's arms on the floor of the witch's manor and shouting, "I'm not crazy! The voice in my head was real!" And we'll pick it up with that conversation in a minute. But let's check in with some of the other victims of desire. With that in mind, Bonnie, last we saw you had finished a day in your quiet village, just a peaceful village, and you were having some kind of feelings. What's going on through Bonnie's head right now?
I think Bonnie is getting like some empty nest syndrome. Probably, honestly, not dissimilar to what she probably went through after she and Harold were on the road for about 1 or 2 months after selling the house and moving out in the wagon. But yeah, I would imagine. So yeah, she's probably at the home alone, waiting for Harold to get back. Is probably cooking dinner. This might be the second or third time she's thought about cleaning or dusting the house, but like, she's kind of wringing her hands a little bit.
The house is perfectly kept. The food is on the stove, ready to go. And the sun low in the horizon, and you know that Harold will probably be back a little bit after dark. And just kind of looking out into the small little town before you, and you see other people going about their day, and just this feeling of peace in the air, and nothing to do.
Josh, what does Bonnie remember from her childhood?
Well, what would Bonnie's childhood have been if things had gone differently?
So the way this works, the way this is structured, I think she would imagine having like a very loving family. Mm-hmm. And again, fantasy world, they're probably still alive. Yep. And probably not in this town, but
like the next village over.
Yeah, the next village over. Yeah, does she have any letters from her children?
As you think, like, are there letters from the children? You kind of turn away from the window, and you see just on a a side table in the main living space a collection of 2 or 3 letters that Harold had dropped off the day before from the mail.
All right, I'm gonna get the latest letter from Lachlan and read it.
Okay. So you open up Lachlan's mail, and he had gone off to learn how to be a ship's captain on the locks. And he's writing about the beautiful weather and the peaceful atmosphere and how kind everybody on the ship is. And saying, oh, well, maybe you and Dad should come visit up sometime, even though he knows it's a long journey to travel up to that side of the Veltland, but that he by then maybe would be able to give you a ride on the boat and show you some of the sights and people that he's met in his journey.
This sounds like a good suggestion to Bonnie. So she's going to write a reply that'll go out with the mail the next day, and she resolves to make the case to Harold to go visit their firstborn son at the next available opportunity.
Okay. As you finish pinning that letter, there's a knock on the door.
Okay, I'm gonna go open it.
And you see Lou standing in the doorway, and she's holding a platter of wrapped muffins or something, and she's like, Bonnie, so good to see you. I just I was making some food for the children, and I had a little bit left over, and I just wanted to thank you for your kind words today. And she kind of hands them over to you.
Well, aren't you just a peach, Lou? Would you like to come in for just a moment, or are you busy with the kids?
Well, absolutely. Actually, it was something that I had in my mind that I meant to ask you earlier. We're down a hand at the orphanage, and I know that you love to, say hello to the children, but I thought you might like to come and help with some of the dinner service one afternoon this week.
Oh, I would be absolutely delighted.
Well, I will have to say that the person who normally creates dinner, they broke their leg recently, so if this is an agreement that you could do for the next 6 weeks or so, that would be fantastic.
Oh, I think I can make that work. I'm just gonna... Yes, I can do that for sure.
Okay. And Lou kind of smiles and then backs away. And in your hand is this letter that you've written to Lachlan saying you'll be on your way soon. And in your head, you realize 6 weeks, that'll put us to the winter time, which is not good to travel in the Veltland.
Yeah, she's going to go and make a quick couple addendums to the letter. Pop it back open and be like, we really want to visit, but the orphanage in town I was just told they're down a person. And, I really want to help them out. And typical of those less fortunate than us, what
is it that pushes Bonnie to sacrifice going to see her own children to go help these other children?
I think in this instance, Bonnie is very confident in how capable the rest of her kids are. And that she's kind of learning to accept that, well, I've had my time with my kids. I can't keep treating them like, they're still my children. They're grown adults who have their own lives. I need to, if I still have that craving of, being motherly, I can, do that in other ways than bothering some grown adults.
All right, make a charisma saving throw for me. And you have -4.
Yep.
And disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. So that first one's an 11. Well, no. 8.
8. Okay. As the sun sets in the chamber, there's kind of a moment where Harold should be back. but he hasn't arrived yet, and dinner's ready to go, but sitting on the stove waiting for him. And it's probably an additional hour before he arrives, and he's kind of looks tired and haggard from the day. And he's stowing something away in a pack, like in another room, before you enter. And then when you find him, he kind of turns around quickly. Oh, Bonnie, dinner smells fantastic.
I'm just glad to have you home, Harold. What kept you so long?
Oh, the farmstead at the far reaches, you know how he is about trespassers, and I had to remind him yet again, I'm just delivering the mail, and he did have a letter from his wife, ex-wife, future wife, I don't know exactly, and he refused to take it because he said only the government sends letters requesting taxes, and a woman would never write to him.
Something tells me he might be right. On part of that, anyway.
Perhaps. What is it that you made for dinner? Let's go. Let's go look at it. And as you go, you see him kind of like kick the bag that he was putting something into under the bed, and it slides underneath the bed out of sight.
I'm gonna make a roll just for a Bonnie character moment.
Okay. You don't have to make a -4 to that one.
No. So 10 or above, Bonnie's actually suspicious. 10 or below, she's as oblivious as ever. Okay, 12.
12. A little suspicion.
She barely she barely clears it. What you got there, honey? Is that something for me later?
Oh, no, it's just some leftover. I didn't get to deliver. I'll just pick it up in the morning for the morning route.
This feels not at all like Harold. He's a very completionist and dutiful male servant.
Yes.
But Bonnie also respects her spouse and his privacy. So she's not going to say anything immediately, but if he's gone tomorrow, I don't know. Okay, so they're going to go eat dinner.
Okay. So he kind of leaves the room ahead of you, kind of dodging the end of the conversation a little bit. And he's washing his hands in the bathroom. And then he goes and begins to gather plates and things to serve the food. And just for a moment, you are left alone in the bedroom before he'll call you in for dinner.
It's right on the 10. God.
Snoop.
Yeah, Bonnie's.
Knowing Bonnie, though, that should have been a 1.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is strictly because we're in Dreamland. No, she'll actually look.
Okay. So as you hear him kind of like pulling plates out of the cupboard and gathering cups and forks and knives and things.
She's gonna look on the pretense of she's going to have the mail ready for him by the door so that he doesn't have to get down and pick it up later. She's being nice and helpful. Okay. Is the excuse she has in her pocket ready to go in case she gets caught.
So you kind of lift up the bag and set it on the bed for a moment and fasten it. And there is a bloody dagger, a armband with a symbol on it that you don't recognize, and a spell scroll.
Yeah, she's gonna quickly wrap it up and put it back under the bed.
I wish you hadn't seen that.
What is this, Harold?
Dinner's on the table, Bonnie. Let's go eat. And he turns around and goes and sits at the table.
Creepy.
No, Harold, we're going to talk about this right now.
Dinner's getting cold, dear.
Hang on. I never had Harold's middle name, so I need to come up with a good one real quick.
Hill.
Harold Hill.
Harold,
Mr. Mocker.
Harold Hill Cannon. We will talk about this right now.
Bonnie. He kind of steps back into the chamber. We have a peaceful home. A nice home. Well proportioned. Our debts are paid. I'm a mailman, Bonnie. Do you want to do the work of figuring out how I afforded such a place as this?
Ooh. Girl. Bonnie's gonna like gesture at everything like around her. She's like, "Is it worth it, Harold?"
And tell me. We have 3 happy children. We have food in our belly.
She's gonna like point with like a trembling finger in the direction of the orphanage. And she's gonna say, "You stand there, Harold, and you tell me right now that none of those children's parents aren't there to raise their little ones because of something you've done."
Their parents would be too far down on the pecking order of the guild for my attention. I have a certain set of skills, Bonnie, and they've been put to good use. They've kept the Veltland and our people safe. And you're holding the the symbol in your hands. And it is not a symbol that this Bonnie recognizes. But there is a part of your brain that does. And I need you to make another charisma saving throw. This time with advantage, but still -4.
It's a natural 1, but I have a +11 to charisma.
With advantage, you rolled a natural 1?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
That was the first
Two
roll.
ones.
I'm just saying out of the gate. The second roll was a 2.
Oh, God.
So it's a 9 total.
A 9. Yeah, so there's this kind of fighting in the back of your head. Like, when you look at the symbol, you're seeing 2 symbols at once. And this Bonnie only sees the one that she doesn't recognize. But there's a part of you that's like, I know something about this. Why would I know something about this? But you have no idea where that's coming from or what it is.
What happens if I hold the dagger?
You get another charisma saving throw.
That's what that's what I thought.
This time with advantage, -4.
All right, that's better. 22.
For a moment, like staring at the symbol, you idly, your hand kind of reaches for the dagger without even thinking about it. Understanding that like your husband has admitted that he's a part of something that you don't quite understand. And suddenly there's like a flash in your head of that dagger sliding across the neck and up to the ear of a hare. But it's not in his hands, it's in yours. And it's Harold who's being cut. His voice box, his ears. You don't know where that's coming from. But looking at the symbol, for a moment, it looks like the symbol of the Risk Breakers, something you're quite familiar with. But in this world, this perfect world where Harold never had to take up the arms of a protector, those skills were turned and he is a member of the Blades, the dark half of the Thieves Guild.
Bonnie's going to drop the dagger and immediately sit down on the bed because now she's starting to think that something's very wrong.
And with a 22, it's not think. Bonnie knows something is very wrong here. As the bubble in the chamber that you're in is beginning to lose its ability to hold Bonnie's space.
Yeah, Bonnie's gonna go back to thinking about her childhood again.
Okay. You go back, and for every step child Bonnie takes in joy, you also have memories of child Bonnie taking in pain. Walking down a roadway to a school, and walking down a roadway to an initiation. Being handed books to study, and being handed a sword to kill with. Being your mind branded with truth and freedom and all of the possibilities of existence, and instead your body molded and branded as a killer. And you currently cannot tell which of these two visions is true.
He's going to kind of look down at her hands. And am I correct in assuming she's starting to remember details about the actual real life?
Yeah, they're playing in your mind alongside the desired replacements. And
all right,
you're kind of seeing them play out at the same time.
She's gonna go to. I mean, all of her kids like had bedrooms that like are. It's like still kind of like the kids' rooms. Like Bonnie may have had like one or two hobbies that she put in there, like, but still like books for their various interests are on the walls. She goes to Lachlan's room.
Okay. You see,
and she like it.
Oh, go ahead.
She's like ignoring like Harold, like.
And Harold, like at this moment with your disconnect, Harold seems like he's not frozen, but it's like he's waiting for a continued conversation that you're not having with him. And you're moving through this apartment, and or this house, and it's almost like he's kind of at the dinner table ready to eat, but he's waiting, but you don't know what he's waiting for. You go into Lachlan's room. And how old was Lachlan when he was no longer with you?
He was like 2 or 3 years old.
At the same moment that you see the grown-up remains of an 18-year-old rabbit about to go off, paintings and pictures of far-off oceans and beaches and sailing ships and books of all different kinds that he'd studied when he was in school, where his full-size bed rests, for a moment you see a crib. For a moment you see hand-carved toys. But they exist in the same place at the same time.
Bonnie kind of knows what she has to remember and also doesn't want to remember. and she's going to think back to that day when she held Lachlan in her arms.
Make a charisma saving throw.
I'm assuming
roll.
with it. Okay.
You get
'cause
advantage, but someone's working against you in the bubble, so you get disadvantage. So it's a straight roll, -4.
It's a 9 again.
A 9. So as Bonnie stands in the bedroom trying to call up the memory, there's something weighing in your brain, weighing you down. There's something working against recalling, because part of you is saying, I'm remembering something that doesn't exist. Lachlan was a happy child. He grew up. He had dreams and passions, and he's chasing those now, as did my other 2 children. Harold is a kind and gentle man who has been a mail carrier his entire adult life and is just almost ready to retire. None of this makes any sense. I am having a nervous breakdown or some kind of mental snap. You're trying to justify that in your head. And we pull outside of the bubble, and Andalus and Lucky, you're in the Lucky's chamber, which is next to Bonnie's chamber. Lucky, you're still on the ground, having just shouted and in Vigil's.
This is what the pose is. It's like he's dramatically like got me like on the ground, like I'm lying back, he's holding me, and I grab his face and I say this. Like it's a romantic moment. It's such a like sore, like romantic moment to be like, am I gonna kiss him? No, actually, babe, I'm not crazy.
And he goes, that's good. I guess your friends are still in the same situation you are, and while I would like to hear all about the crazy thing that this is,
oh, it is crazy, believe you me. Yes, priorities. Okay. Angelusite, what's going on?
I mean, if you're both busy, I can do it.
No, we're fine.
You look so fine. I don't. Yep.
The La Pieta pose. Is
You look so comfortable doing this. I don't know.
Vigil uncomfortably and awkwardly stands up. He's stands up and then helps Lucky to his feet. And
takes a few steps apart, like awkwardly.
I go to shake Vigil's hand, and I'm like, "Nice to meet you again." Sorry, I was suspicious of both of you.
Nice to meet you too, Andalus again.
All right. Anyway, so let's continue.
Where are we? What is the context of literally any of this?
Oh, you're in like a witch's place right now. When the world seed didn't come together.
The witch. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't say her name. Don't say her name right now.
Right. That's fine. I definitely remembered.
But I may, when things kind of went sideways, I reached out and she answered. So, that's probably going to be bad later.
This is not bad. This is not the bad part.
As you ask,
I got you out first.
As you ask if it's not the bad part, Vigil had stepped away from you for a moment. Both Eros and Nemesis have gone up to Vigil and okay, wait, so you've been engaged for how long, and why haven't you made sure that
I go and I look to be should I help him?
He looks very
uncomfortable. He's fine. He's fine. He's got this. No, he's fine. Yeah. And I turn to go. Okay. Where's the others? How do we?
They're all being attended to the same way you were, and we have to go in and help all of them, probably.
Okay.
The same way I did for you. We could do it.
Maybe not the same way.
What, you didn't like when I was an angel? I thought that was really cool.
I
said it looks cool.
That was a great try. And I really am so happy that was, it worked.
I'm sensing a lot of criticism, but I'm gonna let it slide because I did help you first, and I need you to understand that. Anyway,
I'm very grateful for that.
that's
That
right.
was
That's what I thought.
awful. All of that sucked so bad.
I'll take your word for it. Anyway, let's go. I don't know. It's sad. It looked fine. Whatever.
All right, so you guys step out of the kind of vestibule chamber where Lucky's orb was, and you find yourself in this semicircular chamber that has 5 other rooms. And Lucky, looking around, you see what your state must have been, as floating in different orbs, you see Kieran, Ravik, and Bonnie, and you see members of the witch's retinue also kind of casting spells or doing something around the orbs. You see Ravik in a chamber kind of floating in his orb, and this tall, androgynous, beautiful, kind of covered in white fur with these orange markings with 9 tails sprouting out, a simple kind of tunic around them, a creature that you don't have a frame of reference for what type of creature they are working with Ravik. You see Kieran floating in his chamber, kind of in a less languid action. He seems to be kind of like moving, but it's almost like fighting through water, like in the speed in which he's kind of going through, and you can recognize some of his sword movements. And this one-winged, kind of leathery winged female figure is standing over him, and she's not casting spells, but you can see she's also going through fighting movements around the orb with him. And then you see Bonnie, and there is a woman that seems to be both physical and water in a way. Like she is like if a pillar of water had taken a female form. And she's kind of splashing and moving around the chamber. And you recognize just from lore, this is a naiad, and she's kind of working in Bonnie's. But these are the 3 chambers where members of your party still rest.
All right, Lucky, you got a lot of emotional intelligence. That's why I freed you first. So, who should we go to next?
Well, this is a lot of pressure.
Well, I think Ravik's probably okay, if I had to guess.
I was going to say not Ravik. That actually was going to be my answer.
I wonder. Yeah, I would assume after what happened, we could save Ravik for a little bit.
I think he's probably fine.
He's probably fine.
Okay. Well, Kieran is. I think it's pretty obvious what Kieran's doing.
Yeah, the thing that's over Kieran, I'm terrified of.
Right. Okay. Kieran, maybe?
Okay.
All right. So as you approach Kieran's orb, Kieran, it has been a couple days since the knockdown, drag out, 7 nights of battle that crowned you as the champion of the known universe here in Eviocia. You are resting in your kind of opulent chambers in your father's estate. You're no longer in the manor house, but they've given you, your own separate manor house and the estate. And it is decked out. What does Kieran's ideal living situation look like in this way?
Ordered and precise. And it's one of those, like, there's only one piece of artwork on this side wall, but it's a really nice piece of art. And so, there's some
swords.
Is it an anime poster? Is it the equivalent of an anime poster?
The wall scroll.
It's someone doing a Naruto run.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a strangely chicken-like figure.
There's like some cases with like something very fine piece of machinery in it, or a music box. So it's something that it's appreciating the intricate and the precise.
Mhm.
And something may be simple, but it's craftsmanship.
Mhm.
And in one room, there is a huge stone, which is where Rodney lives.
And there's Rodney is he's laying on top of the stone right now, just kind of resting. But as you walk through the chamber, you see like two little legs like sprout underneath him, and he kind of runs down off of the stone and hops over to you, and then hops up into the palm of your hand and just like looks at you, and you hear this kind of like gravelly like sound as he tries to speak, but he doesn't have the way to speak as at your return. How has Kieran been using his time since he's no longer training for these battles?
He still goes through his daily training regimen, but it's like doing Tai Chi versus doing it for training for battle. So it's keeping the muscle memory, but no longer Michelangelo, I think it was the one that said that the shape is already in the stone. I just need to chip away the outside of it. That has happened. So it's finished.
Yeah.
So he's just maintaining. And there's still an intensity and a focus, but there's a difference. And it's very peaceful, and he's fine.
As you are kind of going through your morning meditations and your katas, and Rodney's kind of running around with you, suddenly like you hear the sound of a beaming teleport and in like your kitchen area. And when you turn, who would be the last person that you would want to shatter this piece?
My father.
Standing there,
hands down,
is your sister, and she, describe. This is the first time we've heard her voice, but describe your oldest sister, the chef, so that we may see what she looks like.
Blue, bald, no ears, standard Vidalcan. She's not
Thank you,
plump,
Jason.
but she has definitely sampled her own food. And is the basic equivalent of Julia Child.
Okay. She says, Kieran, I cannot keep being the one to deliver the messages that you are ignoring from the family.
Why not?
Because if you keep ignoring the ones that I deliver, you know who will come next to deliver those messages.
Fine, what's the message?
And she kind of like takes out this orb. She throws it onto the table, and it rolls to a stop, and then a like sand or some kind of glittering dust rises out of the orb into the air, and you see your father there in his chair looking out, and he just says, "All right, so you've had your time to play. You've received your titles. You've proven yourself worthy of something. It is now time to put those skills to the best use of the family." And the orb kind of deactivates and goes down. What does he mean by that?
That's why I haven't responded.
What did you think was going to happen when you went off on your little excursions?
Well, hopefully he was going to write me off.
When has father ever written off a valuable asset?
Well, I picked a skill that I didn't think he would think was valuable. We hire people to do fighting for us.
Yes, but They are not the champion of the universe of fighting.
I'll tell you, my greatest fear isn't that I'm going to be fighting something, is that he's going to marry me off.
Is that your skill, Kieran? Would it
No,
be?
but I'm a pry.
Yes.
If I'm not going to be fighting on the front line, because I fight one-on-one, so unless there's someone to challenge some barren son, in which case they're not worth my effort, then I am something, a bauble to dangle in front of someone, so that I can be pretty on their arm.
You have proven yourself to be a valuable asset. Then, my restaurant empire, where your father wines and dines all of his business partners. Your mother's art gallery, where the rich come to play and buy, and she kind of looks at the painting in the background. Perhaps that fear is not unfounded. You should have lost the fight.
Could you bake something less than your best when it matters?
She kind of looks down, and then, like, summons something, and there's a spread of random delicacies that she has hidden away into a box that appear on your table. I think not. But I've also, in my age, grown to recognize that that part of me was the part my father planted for his own well-being. Can I turn against that nature now? No. But you are younger than me, and smarter. I thought you might make a different choice.
Not when I was so close.
And that's the father in us all, isn't it?
He has raised remarkable children, all emotionally damaged and psychologically scarred, but extraordinary.
Success doesn't come with its own cost.
Oh, it definitely does.
So, which Baroness do you think that he'll marry off to? I think the Jelly Empire is probably looking for someone to jiggle their wares.
I haven't even entertained. I'm afraid that some of them might actually be enticing. And then I would get my hopes up and he would marry me to someone else.
He would probably not marry you to the one that you desired. Would he?
I am going to be married to the one that is the most advantageous. And if they're the one I desire, that means my loyalty might be divided now, wouldn't it?
Yes. Where do our desires come from? Who gave you that book when you were a child?
I found it. It was one of the soldiers. I was waiting outside for my brother and just picked it up to start reading. And then I kept it because I was the son of the Lord of the Manor.
Well,
Father didn't care what I read.
No. You always had his divided attention. Well, I hope that he just wants you to be a mercenary for your sake. But you should probably go see him sooner rather than later.
I don't know if he comes here, he'd be on my home turf.
Kieran, look around. Everywhere.
We're all
is
in
your
his
father's
own.
turf. Yes.
Yes.
Well, I've got to get back to the restaurant. Please don't make me be the one that has to come and deliver this message again. He probably won't.
Maybe one more time to really get his ire up.
Bye, Kieran. And she teleports over. Andalus and Lucky, outside the bubble, you see the winged fury kind of take a step back. And she kind of shakes her head. This would have been a better job for Eros, I think. She stretches her wing. It was so much more fun when we were fighting. Maybe I should have played her like childhood sibling rivalry. Wait, she kind of turns and notices you standing there.
Excuse me. Hi.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like there's much fighting. If that's not your expertise, we could step in.
No, fighting is my expertise.
But he's not fighting right now, right?
So you need help with the other things?
Until there's another fight, we could step in.
Mm-hmm.
The role play?
She kind of looks up, and you can see that she's looking at the ceiling clock. She's like, well, I could just keep him in this pleasant mood for another 2 hours or so. Then it will become my time again.
Or we could take over. We could.
We could take over now, and then you could have like a 2 hour.
You come back in 2 hours,
break, and then come back fully rested for
the biggest fight ever.
The fighting part again.
We could set you up for the penultimate fight. You could be a long lost sibling for the throne or whatever they have on Vidolkin.
I think it's Eviosia, and no, I don't think they have a throne. I'm not sure. His father seems to be in control of everything. I don't understand.
I actually know, like, his father. It was a complicated magic thing, but I actually interacted. I was in his body one time, and I interacted with a memory of his father. So I have a really good grasp on that, I think, and I could do a really good Kieran father.
She kind of looks down. Make a persuasion check. One of you, both of you. Either
Not me.
I'll do it. I'm gonna have to do it on D&D Beyond.
I got 0 charisma, baby.
I have a +7.
I'm all thumbs.
Holy shit, a 25. I'm the most persuasive motherfucker.
Meg says, well, I guess I could probably go take a quick break. Come back, see what work you've accomplished. When it comes time for wheel, the woe portion of our work, I'll be able to reap more rewards. All right. Well, enjoy your time, witch. I'm sure you're walking free in Thalindra's realm, so that's fine. Bye. And Meg goes out, and like you see, like she waves a hand, and a drink is kind of summoned into her hand, and then she just walks away, sipping on it. And as she walks down the hallway, you see like there's these statues of lovers like in warm embraces, and she walks by one of them and just like whiffs her hand, and like this statue splits in half and then falls to the ground. Lovers. And she just keeps walking away down the pathway.
We gotta get everyone out before that whoa part happens.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so let's bring Kieran back.
Okay. Any plans or thoughts?
Nope, not a one. Not a single thought in my head, but we would do anything for Mr. Rifton. And this is the one time we could look like him too.
Is that something you think about often? Wanting to look like
Oh, I just think it'd be fun. I mean, I could do it anytime, right. But like there should be an occasion, like right. Otherwise it's
bald, no ears.
Maybe it'd be cool. Why did you say it so quickly like that? All like the words.
Don't worry about
it. You didn't enunciate it quite right there.
Don't worry about
it. For the casual viewer at home, that's Atwood's fault.
No, it's really not, Rob. It's really yours.
You said it.
I tried.
You could have said it anyway, and the order of the words would have gotten me.
Yeah. I blocked it and ignored
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
Very funny. Very funny.
So it's the
Okay.
Lionel Hutz Simpsons thing. It's like, no, comma.
Okay.
He
Right.
shoots
All
me.
right. We will
So-
go and we'll free him.
So you walk up to the orb just as you did the last one, Andalus, and something lets you realize that like you have the magical ability to interact with this orb, but you're not certain Lucky does. But maybe if you give them help, he'll be able to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll help Lucky.
Okay.
I need Lucky in this with me.
So you gotta put your hand up on the orb, and then like you put your hand with Lucky's up on the orb as well. Make an Arcana check for me, Andalus.
Please, I need Lucky's help. I think I rolled 14.
14. Okay. So you kind of put it up, and Lucky, you get this feeling suddenly of being both like outside the orb looking in at Kieran just floating there, but then also this feeling of like falling through into a space where there's this swirling energy around you. And for just a moment, you have the ability to kind of, what do you want to be when you land in this fall?
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to be Lucky and try to talk to Kieran.
Okay, so you are falling as Lucky. Andalus, what do you want to be when you fall? through
I
this
am
and land?
Kieran's long lost brother. I
Okay.
am also a
All right,
token.
so
Actually, no, you know what? He set me up. I will play in the space. And
Yay!
I'll play in the space, and I will be Kieran's dad.
okay.
I'll be Kieran's dad.
So as you're both
Okay.
falling, you kind of see yourselves change and transform, and we've already seen Kieran's father, so we know kind of what he looks like in this severe version of Kieran, in very well dressed.
Right, but can I be? Can I
dapper.
pick? No. Can I pick Kieran's dad dressed as like? He's dressed. God, I don't want to make the Harry Potter reference, but if you imagine like that one scene where they have to like someone imagines Snape in the weird like fur coat and the hat and the all that.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And then you fall through and you see each other transform and you land. And as the world begins to clear, Kieran, you hear the teleportation sound behind you. And it's been only 10 minutes or so since your sister left. But it's two sounds as two individuals land in your chamber. But we'll come back to that in just a moment. As Ravik, dragged away by two sphinxes. How much is your mind still thinking about the ship that you called to the horizon? Ronnie. Ronnie, you're muted. It's not working.
Man, he's really fucking those sphinxes.
So yeah, I keep seeing it
It's-
like turn off and then turn back on. Nope.
Free my boy.
Liberate Ronnie.
Yeah,
Technology set him
Is it-
free.
he's in Discord prison.
Nope.
Fuck, my mouse died. No warning, my mouse just died. Very cool.
Okay, can
You'll
you hear
hear
me?
Kieran's real voice.
Yep, I can hear you now.
I know.
Okay. The ship on the horizon.
Yeah, how much is your mind stuck on that ship on the horizon?
Depends on what's going on in the bedroom. No.
That's all behind the veil.
Yeah, fade to black. I think he would. Can I roll for it and see?
Yeah, you can make a charisma
Let's
saving
see.
throw with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Your boy's pretty charismatic, but okay. Ugh, an 8 with disadvantage on the dice plus.
Yeah, it's almost like
Some-
you didn't think about the wait. Well, plus what?
like a 14, I think. So 8
That is
plus.
not within 5 of the DC. So it's almost like
Yeah.
being dragged away by 2 sphinxes has cleared your mind of any worry about what you saw.
Yeah, I guess I'm not too pressed about that strange ship that seemed to appear and then veer off into the fog or into the horizon.
Yeah.
So
As you kind of gather yourself in your bedchamber, Tuthalimus kind of goes out to the balcony. Visnutmon finds himself back on like the settee reading a book. And you are just kind of there looking at these two in front of you. What would you like to do?
I don't think we've had breakfast yet. You all interested in grabbing a bite?
Another kind of bite, then?
Well, we gotta keep our energy up for round 5.
At the moment that you kind of call for breakfast, there's a knock on the door and the door opens, and you see the figure of Albahar walk in with trays kind of balancing in the air as he kind of levitates them into the chamber. Your usual breakfast, then, master.
Thank you, my favorite helper.
It is only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Perfect time for breakfast.
Well, I work well into the night, as you're aware, and my work habits shouldn't really be a topic that you concern yourself with. Have a good day. Thank you.
Well, you really should check the balcony. And you see he's like fighting against something to say that, but he turns and bows and then walks out of the chamber.
Balcony? Well,
There's
I
nothing
think
of interest
I'll,
on the balcony. Come eat some breakfast. I'll feed you some grapes, as Visnutmon grabs like some of the fresh fruit.
well, you know, Albahar can be quite crafty. I'll just make sure he's not making too much trouble for me to have to clean up later. And I'll be right back.
As you do that, Tuthalimus walks in from the balcony and kind of like traces across your chest, and she says, "Where are you going? Breakfast is served."
You all go ahead and start without me. I don't fully trust Albahar, even though he's under that compulsion.
He is
I just wanna make
powerless to
sure.
do anything against you. You have his vessel. It's right there. She kind of makes a motion.
And I understand that, but I just he can't do anything against me, but doesn't mean he can't do things to frustrate me. Just I need some fresh air anyway. Stretch my legs after that whole Kama Sutra thing.
Well,
I'll be right back.
well.
And I'd stand up and start heading towards the door.
we may not be here when you get back, Rovik. As you begin to head out towards the door, and you get to the balcony, and you're looking out, and you see the retreating vessel of your father's ship, kind of not steaming away, but carried by the wind away towards the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all you see.
Albahar, I need to speak with you.
Like appearing in the air, kind of floating on the side of the balcony. Yes, master.
What's so interesting about the balcony? Why did I need to come out here?
Oh, nothing of
Are you-
interest here, master.
Why would you mention it then?
That was a question.
It was a question.
Nothing of here then, master?
Are you just trying to put me on bad terms with the Sphinx?
Why would I want to do that, master?
Well, you can't harm me directly, but doesn't mean that you can't get them.
I don't believe that I can... Of course not, master. I can't harm you.
Albahar, what's going on? Why are you acting so strange?
Make a charisma saving throw.
Oof.
You are getting advantage, but you
Advantage?
you're getting advantage, but you don't know where it's coming from. But you have disadvantage because someone is working against you on the orb, so it's a straight roll.
So it's a straight roll. Okay, just one. I gotta choose which my lucky dice. I feel like
The ones that Lucky gave you.
is this the one? I need to pull out my old Able dice.
You don't remember the dice I gave you. Interesting.
No, I do.
Mm.
Able dice also rolled very well for me. So, it's a 16 on the dice. So, and I think it's a plus. I'm pretty sure it's a +6, but let me double check. To a saving throw or just a
Saving throw.
Oh, it's a +8.
Ooh. 16 plus 8 is 25.
24, right?
24. So as you kind of are hearing, and it's weird because you realize that you've been hearing Albahar speak to you. And the fact that you're hearing him speak differently isn't because he actually is. It's because of the earlier saving throw that you had succeeded on, but then were pulled away from by the Sphinxes. Here, again, you put it through, and you see not one Albahar floating there, but two. Another one, kind of like the red-blue of like a 3D image, and suddenly you've taken the glasses off, and you can see like the red Albahar and then the blue Albahar. And one is kind of subservient and bent over. He's wearing the garb that you've forced him to wear as a servant of you. And the other resplendent, dressed in the most exotic of outfits with beautiful mother of pearl and rubies and sapphires in all of his accoutrements. And the angry voice that you heard was the one behind. But you see them both.
Would I be aware enough or cognizant enough to sort of differentiate like the version of Albahar that I would prefer to see versus the version that I'm used to seeing?
Would Ravik, knowing now with a couple symptoms that this is not necessarily a world of truth, would he in this moment want to see the subservient Albahar or the free Albahar?
Well, with an inkling that I may be not experiencing what's actually real, I'm tethered to just more fantasy and more lies. I'd rather live in reality. So I'm going to address the Albahar that is more in line with what I'm used to seeing, and turn to him and say, tell me exactly what is going on here.
And then you see kind of his face breaks into a grin, toothy and wide, and he lifts a hand, and the Albahar that was bowing in front of you subserviently splits in half, blood and gore spewing down the side of the balcony, and he steps into it and takes a step down. Is that really how you see our future, Ravik Seaborn?
I don't think that's a creation of my own doing.
I don't think that you know where you are. That is exactly a creation of yours.
Well, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't say we've had the best track record of working together. So,
Well,
can you blame me?
he kind of waves a hand and he says, I have a temporary reprieve from the powers that currently are separating you from me. Thank you for the doorway in here. And something appears in his hand and it floats in your direction, and it is a key. He says, before you take it, just know that touching the key is an addendum to our contract. It will
What is it? An addendum to our
free
contract?
you from your current predicament where you find yourself as the siphon of energy for a quite powerful witch. One who can keep me at bay for a period of time, it seems. This will free you. It will also open a locked door within her manor house, and all you must do is free yourself. Find yourself to the locked door and open it.
And then get ripped to shreds by an angry, powerful witch.
And then have 5 years of your remaining contract removed.
Only 5?
Well,
I mean, if she's strong enough to keep you at bay, this must be a pretty hefty ask.
yes, but you are currently being drained and finding it quite difficult to escape. You've had 3 chances now already, and you keep being pulled back by the pants strings.
Well, it's more like a row of sharp teeth at my neck. You can't really walk away from a sphinx.
You get what you ask
without-
for.
Okay, all right. Which witch am I betraying, if I can ask? That's the least you could tell me.
He kind of waves a hand, and this orb appears he's moved close enough to you that this orb appears around the two of you. And he says, her name is Thalindra. She's the heart and the dagger. She oversees the realm of love and of hate. You are unnecessarily susceptible to her wills, as you are a half-elven sea elf. Something that she used to call home herself. She knows how to work around your own charm protections. Your mother's blood will not protect you. This key, however, will restore some of my power to you while it is in your possession, and restore that protection. You are
And you're giving me the key.
protected by a witch, and as long as you stay subterfuge and in her good graces, then you shall find it easy to make your way around the manor.
And 5 years? We can't negotiate for 10.
5.
Give me the damn key. Goodness gracious.
The key kind of crosses, and the moment it presses into your hand, you feel this searing pain as a little bit of your blood lifts out into the bubble and kind of swirls around into it. And the key disappears. It is a figment of this imagination place. And he kind of takes a step out of the bubble, and he shakes for a moment as you feel him trying to fight his way back into some kind of control. And then he is kicked out, and in his place is the bowing, normal Albahar, as the Albahar, a real, kind of fades from the chamber. Oh, Master, is there anything else that you need?
Yes, will you do me a huge favor? Transfigure yourself to look exactly like me. Go down and keep the 2 Sphinx entertained.
He takes a step back, and you see from head to toe transforms. And this is the first time, because you don't have, at least not mirrors or whatever. What does Ravik look like here on his Isle of Freedom?
Oh man, what does Ravik look like? I think he'll sort of I want to say too flat. I don't think he'd be all gussied up, but he probably finer clothing, like a silk shirt, very deep V, Um, not jewel encrusted. Yeah, he just left the bed chamber, so he's probably not fully dressed.
The fine silken pajamas.
Yeah.
So you see Albahar take the form, and then he looks at you, and for just a moment, his mouth doesn't move, but you hear, "Is it everything that you wanted?" And then he bows. "Yes, of course, Master. I will live to serve, as always." And he makes his way into the chamber to where the two sphinxes are.
All right. Do I recognize where this key would fit as far as like letting me out? Like, is there a door this key would fit to get me out of this fantasy?
Yeah, make a history check with advantage.
Thank you. I don't think I'm very good at history. History. Oh, not bad. Ooh, a 19 plus 3, a 22.
So the key vanished when you touched it, but the moment before it did, it bared such a striking resemblance to, on the second floor of a homely inn on an island in the Vanishing Isles, there is an inn that is managed by a man who once fell in love with a sea elf. And they had a son, and he continued to manage the inn, but his son had his own room on the second floor. It was just like all of the other rooms at the inn, but this one was his son's, and he always had the key. And it was decorated the way that his son wanted it to be decorated before he went to school. And then one day, that son left and got on a ship with a bunch of pirates and never returned. And you distinctly remember that this key was lost overboard on that ship.
That is a sad story. Reluctantly, Ravik will head up to that door that is very familiar to him. And
it is not on this island, but you find within the reserves of power that you have subsumed from Aldahar the ability to teleport.
Oh, I will teleport to my island home that I grew up on, to the inn that my father ran.
You teleport and land, and you feel like this energy in the bubble beginning to shift and change. And suddenly, when you take a step forward, you are not adult-free Ravik. You are 13, 10, somewhere in between. And there's a heavy pack on your shoulders. And there's a whispering coming from the waves calling you. And young Ravik is saying to himself, "That's my mother's voice calling me to the waves where she went." But there's also the strong, loving voice of your father behind you. "It's late, son. Come back to bed." And you know that you have not been teleported to a place, but a time, a memory. What do you do?
Keeping in mind the illusion magic that's tethering me here, I'm gonna try to push through without the memories making me too emotional, and head to my childhood bedroom door.
Make a Charisdom saving throw with advantage, and you must hit a 25.
A Charisdom? What is it?
Charisdom saving throw.
Charisdom?
That's a charisma / wisdom saving
Charisma intelligence. Okay. With disadvantage?
Charisma. No, with advantage.
No advantage. 20. Damn it.
Because someone is giving you advantage.
19. Yeah, okay. 19
plus 8.
Wait, which one did you say? Charisma or wisdom? I'm sorry.
Charisma. I said charisdom. Charisma saving throw plus 8. So that is a
All right, so it's
27.
27, right?
So pushing through, you suddenly hear the voice of Aryan Squall Eater. Ravik, if you don't come now, the ship will leave without you. You take another step, and you hear the voice of your mother. I'm out here on the wave, son. You must find me, or you will never see me again. You take another step. You step up the stairs, creaking. The voice is following you. And you get to the door. The key suddenly materializes in your hand. Do you put it in the lock?
I slip the key into the lock.
It
and
opens.
Turn to unlatch it.
And the door opens. And without bravado, without expectation, what would Ravik's childhood have looked like if he could have what he truly desired?
I think he would step into or onto the deck of a ship, but this time it's captained by his mother, and his father would be at her side. And just as a family, whatever the venture would be, whatever the justification behind it, they would be on the open sea together, ferrying people for travel or swashbuckling and, fighting bad guys, but it's just adventure and seeing the world, but together as a family.
And as you put the key in the lock and go to turn, the sounds behind you change, the feeling of being on a rocking ship, the sun beating down from the skies. You hear the laughter from your mother and father as she spins the wheel on the ship to head into the wind, and he calls out as navigator to her, "There's a squall line on the horizon. Careful, dear." The door's in front of you with the key in the lock. "Ravik, come up. We need somebody up in the crow's nest. We have to see if land's ho."
Oh man, it's a tempting illusion. Ravik pushes forward.
All right.
He's not one to turn back and sort of stay in a delusional state that he knows it's not real. It's not going to benefit him.
All right. You put the key in, turn, and walk through the door. And you feel this searing pain on your arm as a bit of that tattoo that you have that is part of a ring, you feel become slightly permanent. And the bubble pops, and you land on the floor in the witch's manor. Lucky and Andalus, you land. Kieran, you hear the sound of teleportation and turn to see your father and your brother standing in the chamber.
Well, isn't this just a pleasant surprise?
Kieran, I've had a sudden change of heart. I am a good person now. I really want us to reconnect as father and son, and I don't want to do the killing thing anymore, or the, really the weird, that's over. That's a different part of my life now. Embrace me, my son.
Okay, clearly you're not my father.
Make a charisma saving throw with advantage.
I'm also here. My name is something.
That's a 6.
A 6. Yeah, you know something's up, but you like
With
you're
advantage?
so like.
No,
this-
I didn't roll it with advantage.
Oh, you get advantage because
Oh,
the
okay.
person working against you on the bubble is not here.
Okay, that's an 18 plus 2, so that's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20, which is enough. So, like, beyond anything else, Kieran, in this moment, you see your father talking to you in this disjointed way that has kind of shattered some kind of illusion. Because not only has your father never thought that being a good man was worthy of any kind of paying attention to, he's also never spoken to you in this kind of a manner. And behind him, you see this figure that suddenly you recognize, a cleric, a friend.
My name's Poppy. I'm an orphan. No, wait,
Yeah, and
I'm
you see a robot.
Oh, toodly-doo.
Well, why
I'm
didn't you
here.
just announce yourselves as yourselves? It's so good to see you again. It's been so long.
You know, that was my first impulse, and then I got
wanted
talked
to be
into
your
doing a
brother.
roleplay.
I thought it'd be so cool. We were like a family.
Really wanted to look like a Vidalkin for a second. I don't know what to say.
Well, you did look like one. You didn't sound like one.
Oh, I'm trying to do the voice. I can do the accent.
You're doing
So-
wonderfully, Angelicite. You could have fooled
Sorry.
me.
Mr.
All right. Do you think
Misty-
you can? Do you think you can wake up from this one now? Do you think you can break free?
Break free.
Right. You're getting milked by the.
Oh, don't say it like that, Lucky. Why would you say it? You're getting alchemically
This is Chase who didn't want to say that. You're getting drained by the witch of blood.
Not any better.
No.
So
Josh just said drained. That's the
I
word
did
he's
say
been
drain.
using.
Sorry, yeah. I
you
planted
gotta
that.
use any word, gang. There has to be one word.
You're
that's
getting,
not Gooner
you're getting
based.
edged by the witch of blood that you brought in. Hey,
He
what
was
do you want
like
me
that.
to say?
And I thought mine was bad, but this is it to a whole different level.
Don't
Ronnie
worry,
hiding his
Mr.
face.
World earless.
Kieran, suddenly there's like a wash, and the two parts of yourselves manage to come to whole. And like, you can take your friend's hand and go with them, and you will step into a world where you have not proven yourself to anyone other than them. Or you can stay here, where you are the master swordsman of the universe and have proven yourself to everyone.
I say, wait here for a moment. I go and get Rodney. I come back, and I go with him because it's a new challenge.
And leaving behind a world where you've accomplished your tasks and knowing that there's still so many tasks to accomplish ahead, you step into your friend's hands and the bubble pops. Lucky and Andalus, you kind of fall to your feet. Kieran, you fall down. And you look around and you find yourself in these opulent chambers. At the same moment, you guys hear the sound of a bubble popping next door, and Ravik's body hitting the ground as well.
I told you you'd be fine.
Not bad, huh?
All you hear is just expletives.
Right.
Just
Maybe he's got low stamina.
No, stop.
Oh.
I stop you. I hit you there.
Common problem. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's common.
Where's Bonnie?
She's still
Bonnie's-
trapped like you were. Yeah.
Still Chad.
Then let's go get her.
You all
Do we need to fight anyone?
No.
Ravik, are you coming with us? Or are you?
not staying here in the creepy freaking life draining chamber. No.
All right. That's good. I thought she was going to keep
A
you.
bit
with her.
crude,
She-
but
Yeah.
to the point.
You know,
As
she
you-
did ask me to keep you, and I said no.
As
so.
you say that, this figure standing in the chamber says, "It wasn't draining your life, dear. It was just draining a little bit of your energy. You're paying a debt."
A debt.
Yes. You were
I'm in
dead.
debt to enough people. I don't remember making an agreement with you, Miss.
Hi, my name is Ryoshi, and it wasn't with me, it was with my master. You didn't have to make the agreement because your witch friend did it for you.
Well, they shouldn't have to pay for an agreement I made.
Well, would you rather that Thalindra had only saved your life, then? She can make that happen.
It's always splitting hairs with you people. No, obviously
You
not.
people?
Well, our people.
Yes.
Our people.
I enjoyed our fun, Ravik. Perhaps at the banquet this evening we can have a little bit more. And Ryoshi, like, her tails kind of shimmer in the air, and then he vanishes as he teleports or
Not
moves away.
Not here. Not here. Anywhere else. Not
I
here. Not these people.
made them put clothes on. So everyone say thank you.
And do aside, who the hell was that?
It's really complicated, but right now we're in the witch's lair. And we need to get Bonnie before that changes. I'm gonna like point up to the ceiling where you see the big,
you got
like,
about an hour.
Gotta help Bonnie before that tips over.
Oh, so we need to leave. Okay, well
Yes.
let's get and let's leave.
Okay, we have to break her out like you broke out.
You hear a voice when you say
How
that.
did you break
Oh,
out, Robin?
It was a traumatic experience that I would only like to live through once. So if we can we can exchange trauma stories later. Let's get Bonnie and
You
go.
don't have to do that. No, that's fine.
I want to know.
As you guys begin to make your way there, a voice kind of
Do I have Rodney?
You do have Rodney, yeah.
Okay.
Rodney
Oh,
is not separate in the way that that Dottie is. You guys haven't seen
Mhm.
Dottie. You hear
Oh,
you
yeah.
hear a voice that says,
What
your friend might be a little bit harder to get out of her bubble than the others."
Who the fuck said that?
You turn and you see like this diminutive, not assuming, like, Andalus, you're the only one that's seen Thalindra. But if you could think of Thalindra's polar opposite, it would be
Mhm.
this individual. Unassuming, kind of small, like a mane of wild, unkempt hair. But you immediately recognize that she is wearing the garb of an apprentice.
Oh, you're in training.
Yeah, Thalindra is training me to become the next part in the dagger.
Then why are you helping us?
I'm not. I just said that it would be difficult to get your friend out because I don't think that Thalindra's the only one holding them in that bubble.
What do you mean by that?
I think you can probably figure it out once you see it for yourself. You're smart. You're a good witch.
Are you giving me so many compliments?
I don't know. I wanted to get on your good side.
Well, you're not on my good side. It actually made you on my bad side. Congratulations. All right, guys, let's go.
Okay. And she kind of like.
Can I hang back to be nice to this person too? Like,
Yeah.
apologize. I'm sorry. He's under a lot of stress with the deal, and
I'm not-
Hey.
Um.
If your trainer had been his trainer, you'd be like that too. The Baba Yaga is not to be trusted.
Does that name mean anything to me?
Ah, does it? As a person who has studied extensively the histories of the ticket takers who destroyed the god that you worship.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
exactly who the Baba Yaga is.
I twitch.
What?
Don't mention it. Just move on.
Would Robin be aware?
Did Ravik hang back with Lucky, or did he go ahead with Andalus and Kieran to see Bonnie?
Oh, that's okay. Yes or no? He went. he went ahead.
Okay, yeah, so you don't
Thank
hear. You
Okay.
do notice that, like, Lucky is having a conversation with this individual. And she kind of looks at you, Lucky, and she says, you will be required to attend the banquet this evening, but my name's Yuna if you need any help.
Thank you, Yuna. Nice to meet you.
Hopefully under good
I wish-
circumstances.
I'm not gonna call this good circumstances, but I look forward to our partnership.
I hope that your friend has informed you about the rules about retinues. Your life may be in danger, but there are ways to work around that.
No, he actually hates talking about this stuff. So
I wonder why. And when Yuna says, I wonder why, she twinkles and vanishes.
okay, so they're all like that. I follow the group. Hurry up.
Lucky, you shouldn't talk to her.
I don't want to get on these people's bad sides.
If she's training
so
to be the next Hard and Dagger, that means she's two-faced about everything. So be careful.
So you made a new friend, Lucky. That's
No, that's not Lucky's friend.
I'm
Lucky's friend.
manners to thank someone for giving us a heads up. I don't know.
It wasn't a heads
what
up.
friendship.
These people run on favors and weird bargaining. You have to be careful with what you say. Thank
And
you.
Jose,
Anything.
So do you?
Nope. I'm already in trouble, so it's fine.
Okay.
Let's get Bonnie. We'll argue about this later.
You
on to
all
Bonnie. Yeah,
you all walk
good idea.
into Bonnie's chamber, and the Naiad has kind of abandoned Bonnie's chamber. And Bonnie, in the chamber where you are in the dream, Harold suddenly just like vanishes from the table. But you are so enraptured in this moment with like this memory of a child that you are holding, but also as an adult saying goodbye to them. It's like it doesn't even register. Like you're lost in this so much. I need Bonnie to give me a Constitution saving throw, -4 to your roll.
Oof.
At least it's not with disadvantage.
It's not, because this is not the witch. This is not the witch's doing.
Oh, this is just Bonnie.
10?
So, Bonnie, you have 3 levels of exhaustion. Just reviewing
Ooh.
the rules of exhaustion, I think it's 5 is death.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all walk in, and Bonnie, like in the dream, you are no longer in this imagined world. You are doing exactly what you wanted to do. You are holding a child. You are holding Lachlan. And you are sitting in Lachlan's nursery. He is healthy and fine in this moment, and you are holding him. What would it take to get Bonnie to let this child go?
The one other time Bonnie had to really be forced to let Lachlan go, it took like 20 Harringons all working together. So yeah, it would take about that.
It would take some woe. As the 4 of you walk into Bonnie's chamber, if you are magically inclined, you may make an Arcana check. Andalus with advantage. Lucky with advantage. But Lucky, your roll would give you different information than Andalus's would. Because one is divine, one isn't.
Nat 20, baby. 24.
Nat 20. Okay. Lucky, what's yours?
12.
12. Okay. Andalus.
Yeah.
You know that the Naiad who is working this chamber, or who has working this chamber, was not controlling what was happening. They were trying to regain control.
Ugh.
In every other situation, you have seen a member of Thalindra's retinue facilitating the gathering of the payment for the debt that was owed. All of your friends would have been fine. They would have paid a little bit. They would have slept it off, and they would have woken up the next morning, had nothing different. This Naiad is trying to regain control because Bonnie's energy is being siphoned into something else. Floating next to Bonnie in the chamber, which is different than everyone else as well. Everyone else took everything with them into the dream, is Bonnie's staff of flowers. The single daisy that she had attached that was a gift from an angel, slowly getting bigger and blossoming brighter and brighter and brighter as the energy has been transferred not to Thalindra but to the staff. Lucky with a 12. This gift from the divine, something that you clocked and in anger never took the time to analyze because of jealousy. You look at it now and know that you should activate your ability to see whether this is celestial, fiendish, fey, undead.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna do that then. I'm going to use detect, what is it, evil and good?
Yeah, so
Good and evil?
you spend the first level spell slot, and your vision flashes, and mimicking the divine energy of an angel, that flower was a gift from a devil.
Okay. And there is an unfortunate part of Lucky that's like, fuck you. And then Lucky quickly is like, nope, that's terrible. Nope, never think that again. And I would like to, now that I have this information, I would like to, what do I want to do? If someone else has something they want to do, go for it, because I need to think.
Andalus, you know that outside influences in a witch's coven would be seen as a great breach of security, and all you would need to do is say one thing, and there would be help here for you.
Oof.
I can call for help, and they should be able to stop that.
1 second. I want us to see what the hell's after her. Can I try to, this is so stupid, but I would like to, so dumb. This is so aggressively dumb. But I would like to, sorry, I need to make sure I have the spell that I want to do. First of all, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I can see Bonnie in the space, right?
Yes, you can. Yep.
Okay, can I come up behind her? And I want to be lucky. I'm not focused on any of that right now. But I would like to cast protection from evil and good on her.
Perfect. So
try to cut off this connection.
You cast it. It's a touch spell, or is it distance?
I don't. It is touch.
Okay.
I have to.
So you touch the bubble, and you cast it into the bubble. Unfortunately, you cannot touch Bonnie. The bubble separates you from her. However,
okay, that's fine.
It cuts off the energy coming out of the bubble to the staff. It lasts for a certain period of time, so you know that you've bought yourself some time. In that moment, a figure appears non-corporeally at the top of the bubble, and it is a resplendent, beautiful angel, like the light of the morning sun made human form. Gorgeous, beautiful hair streaming, long white wings. And it looks at you and says, "Why, oh, why, divine child, would you interrupt my fun?"
Go play with someone else, not her.
But we had an
she's married. So stop trying to seduce her. I know you tried, and I don't believe for a second that she actually did anything with you, even though Lucky said she did.
No, we made an agreement, Bonnie and I. I gave her exactly what she wanted.
What are the terms of your agreement?
Her energy for the ability to feel like a mother again. But perhaps you should not traipse into the 9 hells and make enemies and leave them to fight another day.
Can I?
You'll just blast. No, I'm sure. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You can, and it would pass right through her. This
I'm just
Irenaeus
joking.
is not here.
Sure.
And you see her, like, she says, if you want to save your friend, you know where to find me. And her non-corporeal form kind of vanishes and floats into the flower.
Can I grab the flower and cast Dispel Magic?
You grab the flower, and Lucky vanishes from the chamber.
Yeah, I thought that would happen, but it's sometimes you got to make the character choice, and and
Bonnie,
wisdom is not intelligent.
describe for me, Bonnie. Suddenly, you realize that you are no longer in the world of desire. This is the night in which, after escaping from your past where you thought that you were free, your past found you again. What were the early warning signs that the battle of your home was about to be fought?
So Bonnie had really thrown herself into domesticity. She reveled in the routine of housekeeping because it was actually so alien and so different to her. So she had been, in the kitchen getting dinner ready for young Lachlan and Harold when he had returned. She had noticed that Harold was a little late getting back. And she had gone to the window to look out, and she was immediately struck by how quiet it was outside. The sun was going down, but it was still light enough, but it was a blood red sunset off in the distance. And it was that she couldn't see Harold coming up the path he usually comes up to the house. And she also couldn't hear Lachlan.
Lucky. You find yourself standing on a dusty street.
No.
In a small town. And the smell of a fire, not a warm, comforting hearth fire, but the smell of a home that is in flames a few streets over. And you hear the sound of hoofbeats, far more rapid than it would be in a quiet town like this. And the sounds of the clanging of steel as Bonnie's past catches up to you in this moment, where we will have the Battle of Bonnie in our next episode.
Battle for Bonnie, Lord.
Oh my god.
Battle for Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
Not that fuck ass angel.
Hey Josh, that's one of the craziest fucking plot twists I think we've had.
That's
in a
legit.
long
That's
time.
pretty sick. That's pretty
That's
sick, Josh.
so fucking good.
Thank you.
You did purposely. You pissed them off, Bonnie.
You did piss
That
off.
gagged the fuck out of all of us.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go back and see the reactions.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was gooped and gagged.
I love a good pissed off demon.
I'm telling you.
Or devil.
And by the way, nice swerve when I threw a curveball at you of going, oh, we're going there. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
I love it.
I had a different plot, but this one will work just fine.
Just fine. I love it. Okay, I'll be right back.
And Dulce famously can't do accents, so we knew he could not
Love it.
pretend to be.
And one of my favorite fucking character things to do in D&D is do accent but bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like bad in lore. It's like it's canonically a bad accent. It's so good.
Yep.
And Jace, that was the perfect play.
Yep.
I was like, what would disturb him the most? And it'd be like his dad doing the opposite of
Actually
everything.
being kind. Oh
Yeah,
no.
I had before this and thinking, last week of going, because I was thinking it would be the witch manipulating. But if they came in and his father said something like, "I'm proud of you for winning,"
Yeah.
that was going to be my trigger of,
Sure.
okay,
This is
Exactly.
real.
he would never say that.
This is like so far from reality. And that's why I was like, okay, Lucky's the only one who like has seen any concept of like, besides just what Kieran said of like how insanely awful this guy is.
Yeah, you were like, I don't want to kill
And
him.
how he talks to his children.
Yeah,
specifically.
and
So-
being able to mimic him perfectly physically, because you've seen him. So it's not like, oh,
Hey,
you're an
human.
approximation. You're obviously
Right.
somebody disguised, but of going, no, it's a perfect facsimile
Yeah.
until you open
It's
your mouth.
Josh.
What's the spell that I called it code?
It's
It's
Something
special
Josh.
guest Josh on Ronnie's case.
Gosh, wow.
like a thought or a memory and like pull it out or whatever. But it says that if you have like a spell or ability that allows you to read or manipulate thoughts, then you can like go to other people. I think it's a good one for Rob.
Yes. Tell Josh I love him, Ronnie.
Okay, I did not expect the flower
Never
to
mind.
take me to where Bonnie
Hey.
was, but I'm so excited because like
Gosh,
Yeah.
I have wanted this moment for like
Yes.
so bad. to,
One also to follow up with being like, I don't believe for a second that you Bonnie slept with you. I don't think that's true.
no.
I certainly didn't think it was true at all.
and the
I
devil
cried
just
about
being
it.
like, okay.
What are you talking about?
I'm-
Devil being like,
We can't see you, Josh.
You can't see me.
I could see him.
I can
Oh, I
see
can't see.
yeah. What happened?
I'm right.
What happened?
I just I apologize in advance to Atwood, but you also gave me a character to work with that is like super trusting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
True.
no.
Well, he also wrote the saddest backstory ever, so
Yeah.
this is what he gets for doing that.
Yeah.
Right? You don't write a backstory this fucked up and sad without like knowing this is you're gonna relive that shit. Like,
Well, to me, it's like I was also so tired of like edgelords having the saddest backstory. And I'm like, how about somebody who is just like the most positive, wholesome person ever, who
Wholesome
also has like
personality.
the worst fucking backstory? Like, some
Still,
people
yeah.
some people react to those things differently. Like,
Yeah, I love her so much. We're gonna
No.
save her. Well, she had to be last too. It's like we have to do Bonnie.
Yeah.
yeah, I knew it was be the worst.
Narratively.
Yeah, narratively, it was like, okay, body like has to be the last.
But I love that we both in character went, nah, we don't need to help Ravik. He'll be fine. This is Ravik here.
He was
Well,
fine.
Yeah.
We knew.
From a
Y'all are
gameplay
confident in
perspective,
Robert stability.
if anybody can avoid charisma stuff, you knew it was going to be Robic. So
I don't know. I wasn't rolling great at first.
no,
there.
you weren't. You wanted to stay with
Also-
the Sphinxes.
also, guys, I have a
Pretty high.
I have a plus 11 to my charisma saving throws.
Yeah, you were rolling so
No.
bad.
Well,
So you still
you're-
have a plus
Wow.
7?
You're
How did you roll so bad?
I rolled
He's
2s
rolling
and
ones and
1s.
No, literally, like the dice are telling the story.
Yeah, the
on
dice
Bonnie
were
very
saying that.
hard right now.
He had advantage
Bonnie's
to
really
roll
wanted to
the
stay
1
in
and then a
this
2.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Ace loves you. Just
Oh yeah,
Love
that's
you.
true. While you were
Gosh,
over
it's
there,
okay.
I said I love you. Which is
Oh, I love
accurate.
you all. I love
you're
you
moving too fast. I couldn't get the
Guys.
message out.
This is so fun. The
Yeah,
witches.
and I love my favorite part of this is like, yeah, you guys paid your debt. You're coming to dinner tonight.
Yeah.
I love
I also
Wait.
love
Why are you
that.
posting ATs me? Anyway.
I also love that. Andulicite is like polar opposite of Jury, where Jury was like, I trust everyone a little bit. Andulicite's like,
I
don't trust a single motherfucker.
And you flipped the fuck out. Everybody was like, "Oh, Lucky, you trying to fuck that person? Oh, Lucky, you trying to make a deal over there? What is
a witch's apprentice?"
Robert might be a little sour with the whole reveal
to be
of
fair,
the.
It's a witch's apprentice. I got my reasons.
No, I understand, like, being, but I also, you were like, fuck off, bitch, die, and ran away.
And why was it?
Hey, let's, like, maybe not make an immediate fucking enemy.
No, that's the apprentice for the motherfucking heart and dagger. Don't trust her a fucking inch. Don't trust her even 1%.
Oh, we don't have to trust her to be nice to her.
I don't have to trust her, but I have to be polite. I have to be I need her to not fucking hate us.
I don't care about that.
Something tells me Bonnie's not gonna have much of an appetite at dinner. Like,
oh,
we'll get you
maybe a lot probably won't with the trauma that we.
I can't believe we have to go to their fucking sex party, guys. It's gonna suck.
No.
Well, you know we have to go. And you know what's gonna be worse? We have to sit with all these people who RP'd our past together. So you gotta sit there with everyone who knows about like your all your fucking shit.
Mine will be fine.
And they're a bunch of actors. The worst part about
God, not the rehearsal day.
I don't know. I will say that Nayad was getting into playing Harold. She was having fun.
Yeah. Wait, what is it? It's the cast party. This is the cast party we all have to go to after.
Yeah. That's crazy. Or I guess that wasn't the Nayad. I guess that was the devil being insane.
Initially, it was the Nayad, but
right. But then the crazy when he was being like psychotic.
Yeah, the devil took over. Yep.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh,
for a second, I was like, no, Harold with the phone down. He's gonna be like the Reddit story, like typical cheating man. No. And then I was like, it somehow works.
I was like, JC's not cheating, but yeah, no.
Well, it's a fucking like, what would Bonnie's like worst like fucking nightmare be? I'd be like, oh, like maybe like Harold's cheating. I don't know, like, you know.
I like how Ravik and Bonnie both had like two opposing influences in little fantasy worlds.
Yes,
that's interesting.
Yours was fucked up. With your family stuff was so fucked.
Yeah,
in the first part. Oh my god,
yeah.
That was crazy.
I miss Arian's Wall Eater, man. That character rules.
I love Arian.
Also hot.
So hot.
Also, I fixed that relationship. Congratulations, Arian and daughter. That's on me, baby. That was written in my notebook for like fucking. That was written in my notebook for 6 months. Like, hey, don't let the campaign end. And you didn't go talk to the daughter. Like,
so true. Oh, I'm so excited.
Doing crazy.
Also, very bad that it's like everyone is meant to give a little bit of their stuff, and we might not have given enough. So
I feel like, you know. Well, no, I guess the flower was.
You didn't give anything. This is all going to the devil. Yep. So you didn't give anything. I got out super early. I mean, we don't know how much of Ravik's was blocked. Yeah, we probably didn't give enough, guys.
Yeah, and Bonnie's
or Dottie's about to have the worst fucking time.
But she's not in this either. We don't know where she is at all.
Yeah. And Bonnie's been giving to the devil since the flower, which is
that was a long time ago.
Exhaustion levels.
That's what they've been. Oh, that's what it's been. That's what the role was. Oh, I see.
Damn. Yeah.
She wasn't crazy partying. She was.
Do we know about Bonnie's exhaustion?
We may be able to
no, Bonnie. I think when Bonnie hit 2 levels of exhaustion, I think you guys noticed it, and somebody asked Bonnie, and they just said they slept weird or something. And
I think I asked Bonnie, and she said she slept weird, and I clocked it, but I was like, there's nothing to like.
Yeah.
That was the first level exhaustion. The second and third have all happened in
fights. Yeah, you got the second in the dungeon. Yeah, and then in here. Yeah, because I feel like second and third, you'd be able to visibly be like, hey, something's fucking wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
But first is like, that's me on any given day, baby.
I live on 1 level exhaustion.
Yes.
Sure.
That's called chronic illness, and that's me.
But we might be able to turn the witch about Bonnie not donating and going, hey, you let this devil get through your defenses. That's on
Yeah,
you.
that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's actually
that's bad.
cringe and
And
embarrassing.
we found it out and got rid of it. So we did you a solid.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Good angle.
Yeah,
Good
we
angle.
did you a favor, so clear the debt.
Good angle, guys. Good angle. I like it.
Maybe they'll help rid Bonnie of the affliction.
Yeah.
Probably
For a
not.
Oh my
cost.
god. All right, Bonnie, we gotta go to therapy. Come on.
This makes sense because I was like, what? Now, like thinking and like back, I'm like, wow, like that angel really did come on so strong, huh? That angel was like, oh, you the mother, you fucking divine creature. Like it very much was like, what is it? Like the shit ass divine femininity, like weird,
Yeah. Well,
the weird level of stuff.
It was borderline.
Are-
It was borderline trad wife. Like,
But it
no.
Order trod wife.
But it worked for Bonnie. Like that devil knew exactly
It
how to get
absolutely
in.
worked.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
that's why none of us clocked it. But like you look back on it and you're like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, there were.
I was
Behind
like-
for there.
Why did our
They were
divine
fine.
arms like nothing else? I was so confused. I was like, what the
Also, I went to the celestial realm and I saw that place was fucking desecrate and barren, and I didn't clock like that angel seems fine. That angel seems
Maybe one was
good.
okay. Maybe one angel
Oh,
was
when you were
okay.
tripping balls? No, when did you guys?
Yeah.
No.
No, it was
when-
in the prison.
What's her faces?
Yeah. It
When
was
we all
the-
went to the different
Oh, yeah,
planes.
yeah,
You went to
you
the
went
We all went to the
Oh,
different
okay,
planes.
yeah.
I went to the celestial one.
All right, I remember.
And they were all like, oh, we're gonna keep you here and milk you. And I was like, all right.
Stop! the
Why
middle.
we keep
The
saying
It's a
first
bit-
thing I texted Ace, I think I texted Ace like after a game last week, where I said like I was like, oh, like fucking, like, you know, like witch mommy and her fucking milking machines or something. And Ace is like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I was like, actually,
And I was like, actually,
Right.
you should be so proud of me because I didn't say that in game. I like, very consciously was like, Ace, like, or Jason, don't say that in game. And then I fucked up this.
and you really think it would be me, but it's not. It's you that's always saying the insane shit.
Oh, I didn't start it this week.
You said
Rob started it.
Big Mom.
Rob started it with blue ball no ears.
You said, wait, you said
Blue
Big
ball,
Mommy
no
and her
ears.
desire milking machines will be all over that. And I said, me blocking you. I said, me blocking you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And it was like deserved.
I may have
Yeah, when
started
you
it,
said-
but Jace finished it. That's
See, what
I'm
happened
saying.
was
And I will.
you said it, Atwood made a face. I clocked it. I did nothing. Atwood made a face that Jace clocked, and then Jace was inconsolable about it.
It's just really funny.
Which is how the dirty jokes always happen. I'm always like silently suffering. It's very funny. And then Ronnie's like, what?
Blue balled, no ears.
Something inappropriate was said, huh?
It was
I'm too
so
innocent.
funny.
No.
well, it's
Absolutely.
fun because Ravik would always clock. Ronnie's
Yeah.
Ravik would never miss it.
Ravik started it. That's why.
Yeah. That's why I remember when Jerry was pushing your buttons, you finally clapped back and we all went, oh. We all were like, oh my god.
I remember that because it was on the train. It was the equivalent of what? It was the equivalent of watching your friends get into it on the subway. and it's a quiet car.
I didn't think I was like, Jerry kind of respects you because you did that. It was really funny.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, guys.
Oh man, dude.
I can't remember the
This
name
is
of Bonnie's
crazy.
hometown. What's Bonnie's hometown?
Hopscotch.
Hopscotch. Yeah. So
Garrett-
the Battle of
Garrettville.
Hopscotch is next week.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, hopscotch. It sounds
Well,
so
that's
nice
Battle
and
of
friendly.
Hopscotch.
So that I will say that's the new name. So it went by an Irish name before the kind of warring clans unified. So
And you
Yeah,
fighting
this
your
is
cla-
after
your
this
clan
is
queen.
this is after you kicked out the clans, and then this is them coming back. So yeah.
yeah, let me see what I can find. I've got the false history thing that I wrote up for you as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
But we need what
So they were in the Veltland.
They were.
This is where this all went down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wonder how close they were to Mar.
Not close. The
Veltland's big.
the Herringon were like in
fucking...
the southern, like the southeastern corner of the Veltland, and like Mar's family was up near the lakes, so pretty far.
Yeah. Imagine the fucking Cult of the Beholder showing up and then going to the Herringon town and being like, "Oh boy, another small town in the Veltland that's sure to be easy and gullible." And they walk into that shit, and they're like, "We're gonna go, guys. We're gonna call it."
Star Speakers. Yeah.
The Star Speakers. Yeah. Cult of the Beholder. Close.
I don't know if you guys they are the Cult of the Comet, but I can't remember if they ever said that in the first.
We know.
Yeah.
I hope we run into the Star Speakers and then we get mad at them for stealing our brand. Star Strider.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really fun.
You guys just like walk out of here and there's a giant circus in the middle of the high wall.
Yeah, and they're doing the love test, and Ravik is like, "Oh, can we please?" He's like calling the Sphinx, like, "Please, please."
So funny.
I already know what true love is meant to be.
Oh my god!
I love your dedication to this so much. I love how we all were like, "This is a fun one."
It's not me. It's Ravik. It's not me.
I know.
Sure. Yeah. No, I love it because it seems like one of those things where you're like, "Oh, sure," like, you know. You gotta find the Sphinx, obviously, and then like you're like, no, and this is the game.
That is my best.
This is the end goal.
Unfortunately, that is my best buddy.
But you're not his best buddy.
Gonna have
I don't know that. Otherwise, he'd die. He'd perish by my hands if I didn't know he was his best buddy. Who would be your best man?
Kieran's gonna be Kieran's gonna be the ring bearer, and then and Dulicite's the best man. So.
Hey, I'm glad I heard it right. I'm glad that's what she said. You like get like Yandere and Dulicite if you're not careful.
get
so
hexed.
Bad. Yeah, I'm like, hey, that's crazy. You've been cursed.
No.
Wouldn't that be bad?
Robert can never have another erection.
All right. So next week.
I'm gonna go see.
All right. Next week.
Why are you telling that?
Get him back in the machine.
The Battle of Hopscotch. Let's go.
I missed that. Tell her I said hi. Tell her I said hi.
Well, she's sick, so.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going around. I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got
Bye, Rob.
See y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.